Good evening. This is Michael Filigaro with the Elliott wave update for the NQ for Wednesday, March the 3rd, 2021. Today was a very interesting day. At where we left it last night, let me just flip up this chart, was right about here. And it was trading down. And I had basically left expectations for the market to kind of halt, finish, maybe travel down to about there, and then rally again and break above. But I had left open the possibility that if it started to break and go to a new low, then we would have to step back, take a look, realize that wave two had finished, and we are now dropping in the beginning stages. And I believe I even said last night 1, 2, 1, 2, which portend if it started to go down could get really quick, fast, accelerate. And that's pretty much exactly what it did. So we really kind of put the icing on the cake, so to speak, when it broke below the low of wave one, which was 12,662.25. And once it did that, then not that it accelerated a whole lot further, but it really did put the end point for this primary two up here. And we're now dropping in a third wave. So now we want to talk about that third wave. And again, as we have stated several times, third waves within a 5-wave sequence, the third wave is the longest and the strongest. And now you have to consider that this is a primary third wave. We're in the third minute wave within the third minor wave of intermediate wave one of primary wave three. I know that gets confusing, but we're just counting out all the particular movements, and it keeps it so clean, and it keeps perspective on what is to come. When you can see that we're in the third wave, this is where broader moves will happen, and broader in terms of price range, and that's what we're getting. And so you can, if we're getting this on a minute level, the third is even going to be, you're going to go like, wow, that's pretty big for a third. But that's why we count it out, because of the extensions, and that puts us better in touch with what expectations of this thing coming off could be. So I don't get so quick and wanting to count something down and out until we get confirmation, but then we can fill in the blanks. And then we can start to add where these levels can come. And remember, we're always trading what's exactly in front of us. So we're not going to be trying to catch a falling knife here and then wait for the market to comply, because you'll get killed. So you trade what's in front of you. You can see that even during the day, it's breaking through moving averages, it's dropping, your moving averages are lined up, because don't forget that we trade off of our much shorter term charts. That's the hourly, this is a 5, and that's the 2. And so you can take it down to a 1, which a lot of people do to really refine entry and exits. As if you're a day trader, that can make the difference between an extra $100 or losing. So in any case, we are now looking for additional downside, additional periods of acceleration. One of the things that was kind of important to look at today, you can see here on the hourly chart, it's like it's pretty red, except there's an hour that it bought or that it closed up, and then just additional hours of red bars. Here's the same thing on the 5-minute, and you can see that there are a lot of green bars in between, 5-minute green bars within that 60. So it was two-way trade, but there were periods where it just kind of walked itself down. And that's pretty much the case across the board if we look. But they're very tradable, and they're very profitable. So again, if we come down to the 2-minute, we start to look at how it breaks moving averages coming off. Then we're popping over here to see where it might find or what's going to provide support And it's usually going to be moving averages, and then we're adding Fibonacci in on top of that. So here's the game plan. Game plan is that we're going to continue to see downside. I really do suspect that if this third wave, and particularly on the minor level, is going to complete somewhere down below here, or even as low as this next zone, which would be right in there. 12,188 down to 12,085. It's not going to go straight down. You're going to have those periods, but it could end here. It could end here. This is where I think it has the ability on this level, and then again on the intermediate wave 1 level to be finishing up down here. I do not suspect there will be upside, as I just stated, but that's going to come in 3 waves. So what we're continuing to look for is 5 waves down. That the moves are, a down move is going to be a 5-wave structure down, and rallies from here will be 3s, A, B, C. So declines are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the corrective waves based on that 5 are going to be an A, B, C up. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Good trading, and the next update will be tomorrow, March 4th. Have a good evening.